Hello, my name is Hannah Mikalecki, and today I'm going to show you how to properly set a table and also dinner etiquette. I love seeing different types of table settings. Table settings can show your creativeness and your talent of setting a table. When we were little, our parents always told us to set the table for dinner, and Mom would swoop in and help and teach you how to do it. But you were little and you were small and you didn't really care. But now your boss is coming for dinner, and you don't remember how to set the table. So you turn to Google, but it's all too simple. This is your boss. You gotta show him what you know. And this is where I come in and teach and show you how to set the table and eat properly and give you awesome facts along the way. You probably have everything you need: salad forks, dinner forks, knives, butter knives, napkins, soup spoons, and the best on the table, dessert spoons, forks, and knives, and dessert plates or bowls. A charger plate is optional, but highly suggested for a true formal dinner party. And you will also need dinner plates, service plates, a bread plate, a soup bowl or salad plates, and butter dishes, cups for water, and in our house we use wine glasses for martinellis. To start, choose a tablecloth that makes you happy to use. I like plain tablecloths. Make sure the tablecloth has been ironed and has no blotches from the previous use. Be sure the tablecloth fits the table, and the tablecloth should be able to hang over on all sides of the table by a few inches. This gives the table a nice, clean look. Fact: a Dutchman who wrote a popular book about manners in 1530 urged diners to wipe their fingers on the tablecloth. I learned some of this from Emily Post, the queen of table setting. Now it's time to show you how to set for an informal dinner party. Set the table based on what you will be serving. For an informal dinner, we'll be serving either soup or salad for the first entry, dinner, then dessert. Put the charger plate or dinner plate on the table first. This will be the base of the plates for the main course and can be removed once dessert starts. A simple table pick fold is great for any dinner. How to do such a thing? I'm glad you asked. Table peak folding instructions. First, place the open napkin in front of you. Second, fold the top down. Fold the top down to the bottom. Fold the top right corner down. Don't fold this edge along. Step 5. Take from the upper layer of the left side of the left bottom corner and pull it to the top right. In front of you there should be a triangle. The stronger you fold the edges, the better. Fold the top left of the triangle over to the right. Arrange the napkins. With napkins, they only have one use. It's for blotting your mouth, never for wiping your nose or getting crumbs off your seat, or cleaning any spots off your silverware. If you were at a dinner party, you would wait for your dinner host or hostess to grab their napkin. Then you can grab yours. If you were at a restaurant, you would take your napkin right after you sit down, unfold the napkin in half, and place it at your waist. Always do this below the table so you don't disturb anybody else. Most of the time, you have to be very secretive of your manners at the table. Fact: napkins date back to the Spartans, who used small balls of dough to wipe their hands during a meal. This eventually evolved into early diners using slices of bread to wash their hands. Onto the utensils. You'll be using them from outside in. Always have your knives facing towards your plate. The knife should be placed on the right side of your plate. Forks are always on the left side of your plate. The salad fork will be on the outside, and the bigger fork will be on the inside. You can switch these silverware around depending on what you'll be eating first. Remember, you will be using the utensils from outside in. If you're going to have soup for your first meal, you would put your soup spoon next to your knife. Make sure that you are placing your utensils from 1 to 2 inches from the edge of the table. Place the bread plate over on the left side of your dinner plate. Place the butter knife with the bread dish. The best way to eat your roll is just to break off one piece at a time and butter it one at a time. Never break the roll in half and butter it, and eat it like a sandwich. The butter dish, in most cases, will be shared with everybody. Once the butter dish is passed to you, you can take a little pat of butter and place it on your bread plate. Pass it to the person next to you. Never get up from the table and walk it over to the other person. This can be rude and distract the others at the table. Simply pass it over to the closest person. That way everybody gets a chance to use the butter. We all want it. This is the same thing with condiments or other foods. The glassware. There should be 3 to 4 glasses on the table, and it will go in order. White wine, and a little behind that is the red wine. And the next is the water, which is to the left of the white wine. But today we will be using 2. We'll place the water right above the dinner knife. The wine glass goes a little to the right, and the water will be a little bit above that. Onto the salad. The first course can be salad depending on whether you choose soup or salad. The salad course only uses a salad fork and a bread plate. The fork and knife should be the first of many utensils on the table. If you were to use only the fork, just use the side of the fork to cut. This is probably one of the easiest courses. Soup course. Put your bowl on top of your charger plate or dinner plate. When you're eating soup, you will use the soup spoon. That spoon should be on the outer right side of the plate. When you dip your spoon into the bowl, a good tip for staying clean or drip free, just scrape the bottom of the spoon against the top of the bowl, which is at 12 o'clock. When you're eating, make sure you're sipping from the side of your spoon, not from the tip. Always make sure the food is coming to you and not you leaning into your food. Fact: in the French court of Louis VI, the ladies' meals were mostly soup. They were afraid that chewing would give them wrinkles. Main course. Main course can have anything in it. What is needed? Dinner plate and a charger plate. Most dinners will have both dinner and charger plate at the table. You will also need fork and the knife, dinner and the dinner fork. Wine glasses and spices and condiments should already be placed out with the knife. You can use it to help load up the fork. Never cut the whole meal. You should cut one piece at a time. This rule can change if you're helping a child with their meal. The way of American style of eating is not quite as simple as it should be. It's a little weird at first, but you get the hang of it after a while. With the knife, you will cut one piece at a time. The first cut of the meal, place the knife at the upper right part of the plate. Switch the fork from the left to your right hand and eat the bite that you had just cut. This goes through that process throughout the whole meal. Last course, dessert. The little fork and spoon will be brought down at this time. The fork will go on the left and the spoon will go on the right. The fork can be used for pie, cake, or brownies, etc. Once you use the utensils, it stays on your plate or bowl for the rest of the meal. It never returns to the table. The spoon is used for soft desserts such as ice cream or pudding, Ice cream can be dated as far back as 3000 BC, and perhaps it was the first dessert. In the sense which is known today, ice cream was actually an invention of the Chinese. However, it was much more of a flavored ice than it was truly ice cream. Thank you for listening.